The 6th Touhou Fan Game Jam recently concluded. It was an event where people made Touhou fan games based around a theme in 3 days. This time, the theme was combo. I made my own game, of course, but I also got the chance to play every other game in the jam. And I had a ton of fun. However, there were 56 games. Needless to say, I didn't think I could possibly cover all the games in one video. However, I still wanted to highlight a few of the games I played. Let's do a quick run-through of some of them. Touhou Hanetsuki is a simple game where you try to keep a shuttle up with a paddle to build the biggest combo possible. It's a very simple game, but also a very fun one. Typing of the Dreamland is based on Typing of the Dead and features you playing as Kane and typing words to fight people. The combo theme comes from the combination of words. The game puts your typing skills to the test and features some great writing to boot. Shanghai Scramble is an arcade-style game where you deliver letters between Alice and Marisa. You can form a combo by collecting stars and keeping up momentum. The fun gameplay loop is complemented by extremely good graphics and music. The background music playing right now is from this game. Inversio is a match 4 puzzler with similar gameplay to Puyo Puyo with one key difference. Each level features a random set of events that change the field. With at least 30 levels to play, Inversio has an impressive amount of content for a game made in 3 days. Another Imperishable Night is an RPG Maker game with almost no RPG. The programmer Pedestal instead was able to make a combination of several different minigames with the entire cast of Imperishable Night, leading to a very diverse gameplay experience. Western Touhou features you playing as a cowgirl Marisa from a top-down perspective with the ability to combine bullets together. The game is wonderfully themed and features surprisingly good character writing for its cast. Akai Crawlers is a 3D plane combat game. Yes, someone actually made this in 3 days. That's all I can really say about it though. It's a plane combat game, and it's really fun. Touhou Fusion is, in my personal opinion, the best use of the idea of combinations for this jam. It features fun, albeit simple, gameplay, and also looks and sounds incredible. The score changes for each fusion. The current background music is from this game. Catastrophic Adventure features Reimu going on a fetch quest for characters' hats. Each hat gives her a characteristic of the character it belongs to. This game did the impossible and made a fetch quest game loop really fun. The writing is also very charming and funny. Petal Dust is the Touhou equivalent to Getting Over It, and it's super hard, but also really good and fairly designed. No joke, I have an hour of footage of me failing at the reaction tests of this game. Try this one out if you want a challenge. Risk of Fairies takes Risk of Rain's randomizer and applies it to a bullet hell setting. The procedurally generated levels means that Risk of Fairies is full to the brim with content. There's randomized chests, enemies, and level layouts. Also, it has online multiplayer. Excuse me, what? Wow. Very impressive work for 3 days of coding. Touhou Crisis is based on the Time Crisis series and has you shooting and taking cover against a boss. This also has online multiplayer again? How do people keep doing this? Phantasmal Pixel P-Roulette. Sure. Features Sumireko and Maimozu going head-to-head in 3 different arcade games. Like another Imperishable Night, the variety of games on display is really impressive. You'll be playing a bullet hell in one section, and another section you'll be playing a racing game. The writing is also really good. Alright, so that was a quick fire of some of my favorite jam entries. However, there were 3 in particular I wanted to go a bit more in depth into, so here we go. The first game I want to look at is called Fiery Flight in Moonlight Garden. In this game, you play as both Kaguya and Moku at the same time, as you try to escape Satellite Torifune. While this game does make use of a nice art style and some good music, what really stuck out to me with this entry was the gameplay. At first, switching characters only means opening a different colored door, but then you start growing plants, and then you start exploring the character's different air physics, and then you start switching gravity. The switching mechanic of the two characters builds in interesting and intriguing ways, creating an experience I found to be very fun. I chose to talk about this game specifically because I thought it was one of the most underrated jam entries. With 56 games to choose from, some inevitably get lost in the shuffle, and unfortunately, this game did not get the attention it deserved. If you like platformers, please give this game a shot. It deserves more love. Next off, we have Molten Blade, a shmup where you can switch between Tenshi and Noe for different attacks. This game... okay, wow. This game is super good, and not just in the context of a 3D game jam. The music's fantastic, the graphics pop out vividly, but the gameplay... oh my god. You'll be switching to avoid different colored bullets, switching to take out certain enemies, and switching to build combos. It's an incredibly satisfying gameplay loop that puts a clever twist on the standard Touhou bullet hell formula. I had so much fun with this game, and I think it's a top contender to win the entire jam. This game is a must-play. And finally, we have Super Moriya 64. This game is inspired by Super Mario 64 and features Suwaku platforming through two different levels. Except, this game isn't really a Touhou version of Super Mario 64. It's a Touhou version of Super Mario 64's freedom of movement. Let me explain. In Super Mario 64, I once spent 30 minutes trying to climb up a ledge in Bob-on Battlefield. I didn't have to do it, the game didn't require me to at all. But, I wanted to see if I could do it with my own abilities. That central idea of flow is at a forefront in Super Moriya 64. You can keep a combo going by collecting coins, and to keep the combo up in between coins, you have to do some stylish movement to pause the counter. This game is not easy. Truth be told, I'm not even that good at comboing myself, but the design behind it is so genius. It takes Tony Hawk's combo system and puts it into a 3D platformer, and a platformer that plays like Super Mario 64 is perfect for it. I don't think Super Mario 64 is a perfect game. Some more movement options would have been nice, and the camera can be a bit hard to control. I do, however, think it's one of the smartest and best executed games of the entire jam. It's a very unique and rewarding experience that makes sense in the context of Super Mario 64, Touhou, and the gameplay mechanic of combos. This is another must-play. And that's my review of some of the games from the 6th Touhou Game Jam. You can check out all of these games in the description below. Like I said before, I made a game with the team, so be sure to check that out too. The effort put into every single entry is massive, and it's always cool to see what unique experiences people create. There are several games I wasn't able to cover, so I recommend you do a bit of exploring on your own. I guarantee you, if you check out the jam, you're in for a good time.